This is ESAIA Mystic, and I am back with another message to help you free your heart and soul. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure you hit that like button. Everybody just go ahead and smash the like button. Subscribe. And today we're going to be talking about when you control your children, you control your womb. When other people try to control your children, they're trying to control your womb, the womb, collectively, right? When you think or believe that you are supposed to control your children in order to raise them properly or have them be whoever you think that they're supposed to be in life, you are essentially caging and controlling your own creative expansion and potential, which is represented by the feminine womb of a woman. So thank you to everyone who is hopping on live, or if you're watching this video in the future. I'm a spiritual life coach, holistic wellness specialist, oracle astrologer, and dark feminine embodiment guide. I'm currently helping women to unravel and remove the clash between toxic masculine and feminine energy and come into pleasure, peace, and harmony in their love life and relationships. So the subject of controlling your womb, right? And also, if you are interested in signing up for my free Lilith Code 4-day mini course, the link to that is in the description, teaching you how to integrate sacred masculinity into your energy field. And also, if you're interested in being a part of my 6-month container starting on February 22nd of 2022, you can sign up now and you can be a part of this beautiful, magnificent council of women that are deciding to say yes to activating their full potential, their full power in their relationships, in their purpose, and in their body. And the doors to that are open. So if you're ready to transform your life for good, make sure you click the link below, book a call with me, or visit the Lilith Code page link in the description. So without further ado, the subject of the womb and the womb of a woman. We're conditioned. People are conditioned. The society that we come up in, we're conditioned to think that control is a good thing. And that in order to protect someone, in order to really be caring and care for someone or something, we have to take on this energy of control. And this is something that people just don't realize in a lot of families, that this is very toxic behavior. When you think that the only way for a child to be who they decided that they are, who they already decided that they want to be, right? Because before children even come here, just like everyone else, they know who they are. They know what they came here for. They know why they're here in this experience. And yes, as parents, we are here to guide, right? But guidance is different than control. Guidance is loving. Guidance is open. Guidance is allowing, right? And control is dictating. Control is authoritative, and control can also be insidiously manipulative. And a lot of women, especially women who fall under the dark side of the mother archetype or Cancerian energy, the dark side of Cancerian energy, will take on this energy of control. This is the very dark side of the water kind of energy, because when it comes to the womb and bringing life into this reality, the womb births souls into this existence. It's a gateway, it's a portal. And so water is very present here in this element of the womb. And therefore the soul is very intertwined with this element of the womb. And when we accept that the womb is a gateway, is a portal to life flowing through, to life coming through and being in this reality, in this existence, we can also accept the power that the element of water, that this lunar feminine energy has upon the souls of this planet, upon humanity in general. Right now, collectively, it is, I would say, denied, or not necessarily denied, but it's as if the emotion of rearing a child or bringing a child into this world has shifted from a place of nourishment, feeding, because in order for that child to grow, they need the correct nourishment. And that's what the water does, is it gives that child life. It lets the child know and understand what love is, and that their soul is an important aspect to being alive on this planet. And so collectively right now, people, especially, the predatory masculine energy, is saying that for you to raise a child or for you to bring a child up, that child must be manipulated. That child must be, put through certain curricula, structure, expectations, whether it's from their parents, society, or the system in general. And this ends up sucking the life out of a lot of people in their earlier years, especially people who already know and feel very strongly who they are and what they came here to fulfill in this life. So we want to get out of this belief system, or this feeling like, if I do not tell my child what to do, how to do it, where to do it, and when, that they will fall in a ditch somewhere and, end up in a horrible place in life, right? There's a lot of fear behind why people are, number one, raising children the way they're raising them, and number two, why children are experiencing what they're experiencing now in society and in humanity, right? They're not being allowed to be who they are. And this is something that, because of the fear, and I talked about this in my previous live video, I feel like each one is kind of segueing off of each other. In my previous live video, I talked about how we think that when we're doing things from a place of what we think is protection, right? When it's really control, we think it's protection, but it's really control. But when we're doing things from a place of control, meaning we want to stop our child from experiencing by telling them about all of the dangers in the world, about all of the things that could possibly and potentially happen to them in the world if they don't listen to your advice, or they don't do this, or they don't do that. We think that we are doing good when actually we are creating limitations within that being, within that soul. And it's also a form of emotional manipulation. And this can show up in a lot of different ways. Like the example I gave. So not only does it show up in the way that the things that we tell our children and how we emotionally kind of prime them for what to expect out of life. But also when we also kind of like insidiously force those emotions and expectations onto our children. And honestly, I mean, collectively, that's pretty much what's happening to most people and their children when they are within the matrix and coming up in the matrix, is that children aren't being given the opportunity to explore themselves and question, right? Be creative, be imaginative. They're getting diagnosed with ADD, ADHD, all these kind of different disorders, anxiety disorder, and with this whole pandemic thing, that's a whole nother whirlwind. So children are definitely, I know that we're really focused on what's going on in our lives in the collective, but what's going on with the children, right? Because I know, right, I have a bachelor's in behavioral studies, so I know and understand, and from experience, the most traumatic experiences as a child happened to me when the people around me were so focused on what was going on with their life and their world that they had no idea how their mind, their energy, their telepathic energy was affecting me, and affecting my experience coming up. And so this is where children or youth begin to really develop feelings of depression and mental illness and anxiety, and start to manifest these kind of traumatic events in their life because of this telepathic energy of the people around them, the grown-ups, that are around them, do not see how they are not fully allowing themselves, and they are controlling, or I would say limiting their own creative capacity because of what the world has programmed into them. So it's not just about, when you are deprogramming and decoding and getting rid of all of these things within your consciousness, your children are, sorry guys, there's a FedEx truck out here. She running. Goodness. Children are affected by this. So when I talk to women about the power and the potential and the importance of remembering themselves, tapping into their feminine magnetism and power, evoking their truth so that they can live the life that they were destined to live, so that they can attract the juicy aligned relationships, so that they can attract their, purpose in life, live out their purpose in life. This directly affects the children within your circumference, right? Or if you do have any children, or if you don't have any children. The energy of the womb, right? The creative energy of the planet. And women are a direct reflection of this sacral energy, of this sacral lunar and earth energy. When they are alive, when they are free, and when they don't feel bogged down by whoever's opinion, whatever expectation, whatever programming, then your children get to live abundantly. Then your children get to live a better life. So when you make the decision to continue to be in scenarios that don't benefit you, right? Maybe you're in a relationship and you know that you're not living and feeling into the most powerful aspect of that relationship, or you know that you're unhappy in your purpose and what you're doing with your life. All of that is going to affect your children. And so the thing here is to understand, when somebody wants to control and program the mind and the creative capacity of a woman, they also want to control and dictate the enlightenment, the growth, the fire, and the evolution of the souls that come through into this realm. So understand, when I talk about feminine energy and the power of your feminine energy and the power of your dark feminine magnetism, and being and living in your soul's true essence, that it has everything to do with what I am talking about right now. It has everything to do with not just yourself, but everybody else. When you are happy, when you are aligned, when you are fulfilled and you're balanced, then that will automatically affect your children. So this is the thing, this is the separation that people have come to have with raising a society, raising people, raising children that are well in their mind. But what they don't understand is they have separated the divine earth feminine, they have separated the sacral flow, the creative energy, they've separated the effect of a mother's womb onto the child. There is no connection anymore. And we can see that relative to an actual mother and her child, and we can see that relative to the actual earth and all of her children. So understand, when you allow yourself to be programmed, controlled, manipulated, emotionally manipulated, whether it is by your family or society, you are also saying that it is okay for everyone else to not live in their full potential. And that is our responsibility as the divine feminine, and all those who are in balance with the divine feminine, right? It is our responsibility to understand that aspect of ourselves and say, I'm not going to be a part of the controlling, emotionally manipulating, toxic energy that is the cause of what brings people down in their soul. What people just feel caged and locked away, and they don't feel loved, they don't feel seen, appreciated, really free on a soul level. because of this. So you want to be the gateway to that opening up by saying, you can't control me. You can't control me. You can't control my creative energy. You can't control my needs, right? What I need in my life, I'm going to live by that. I'm going to honor that. I'm not going to douse and hide away my needs and what brings me pleasure and satisfaction in life, so that I can, be seen as a good person or a good woman or whatever? Absolutely not. So this video is basically just a reminder that our wombs are not only tied to our own feminine sexual sovereignty, our own joy and bliss and pleasure, but it is also connected to our children's and humanity and all of this earthly experience. When a woman stops experiencing pleasure and satisfaction and starts describing her life to, thinking in ways that are not aligned with feeling good, believing in ways that are not aligned to feeling good, and closing yourself off to accepting the truth of the matter that all people are, everyone that comes into this experience is a powerful being. And when you start to listen to all of these, diagnoses of all of these mental illnesses and all of these different things that's wrong with your children or wrong with society, it's like, no, there's nothing wrong. You're just trying to control them, and you're trying to plant that seed in their mind that something is wrong with them. You're trying to plant seeds in their mind that, maybe I'm not a boy, maybe I'm a girl, maybe I'm not a girl, maybe I'm a boy. Trying to plant seeds in their mind about just confusion. And it's a form of manipulation. It's a form of emotional control. Goodness, that FedEx truck was there for so long. And that is not, that's not what you want going forward for yourself. What you want is freedom. You want flow. You want joy, pleasure, bliss. So just know, when people try to control your children, if you are trying to control your children or society, right? And you're thinking that you're just trying to protect them, well, it's like, no, you're not trying to protect them. You're trying to stop them from exploring themselves. And when you stop a child from exploring themselves, the expansion of this world, it wants to expand. And every being that comes here wants to be a part of that expansion. And you have to allow it through taking your hands off the wheels and saying, there's something bigger than this. There's something bigger than me. And it's called life, that wants to flow through my child, through my womb, through this experience. And you know what? I'm going to trust and I'm going to allow it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video.